Luke Williams, our guest today, joining us from Citizens Bank Park in Philly. Luke, welcome. How are you?
I'm great. Thanks for having me, Greg.
Anytime. So overall, how do you put into words what 2021's been like for you? It's been quite a wild ride.
Yeah, pretty wild ride for sure. Especially with what happened in 2020 without having a season and everything that happened with the world. For this to happen in 2021 is pretty indescribable. Something you dream about, but rarely happens. And for it to happen to me, I'm very fortunate, and it's been one heck of a ride.
I wanted to start because with the BlueClaws tie to Australia, where you played for Tank, who's obviously managing here this summer. First, what did you think of playing for Tank? I know when you hit the walk-off homer the first week in Philly, I was with him. He was so excited. It was really cool. Point. So let's go back to Australia there with Tank.
Yeah, Tank Delicious. He's one of a kind. Just a great guy, great baseball guy, and it was so fun getting to know him because I hadn't met him until I got out to Australia, and to be able to interact with him and get to know him was awesome. He's such a laid back, funny dude. I didn't realize how funny he was until we did a kangaroo court. I was like, wow, this guy's really funny. So it was a perfect guy to have as a manager, and seems to be doing a good job with the BlueClaws.
How did it come to be where you ended up out there in the first place, and how long were you out there?
It was 6 weeks. Yeah.
Did the Phillies just call you? Did the Phillies just say, "Hey, you want to go out there and get a few at bats and play a little bit"?
I've been telling the Phillies, I want to play. I called my agent too. I was like, I want to play wherever I can play. And Phillies brought up this opportunity, and I said, heck yeah, I'll play baseball and go to Australia. So, yeah, couldn't say no to it.
What's your favorite part of Australia off the field?
Oof. I guess, well, it was the first time I got to fly to play baseball, travel. Yeah. That was pretty cool. We spent the whole week in Perth. I went to the beach every morning, so that was pretty sweet.
I mean,
yeah, go ahead.
No, it's just it's an experience that most guys never get the opportunity to have, and you had a great.
Yeah, it's just another opportunity to see the world and to play baseball. So it was a no doubter for me.
So you come back, and then spring training, and then the Olympic opportunity. Now, how did that come about? Did that catch you kind of off guard that you might have the opportunity to play for Team USA?
Yeah, so I got an email during spring training, and it was like, hey, we're interested, but you may not. It was not official, but you're part of the discussion. So I was like, oh, okay, cool. And then it was about a week before the tournament. They called Josh Bonifay, and they told him that they wanted me to be a part of the team. So that was pretty incredible, and another no-doubter decision to represent your country and possibly play in the Olympics was a no-brainer.
How did you because it was kind of a mix of, you had some minor league players, you had some older guys that had been in the big leagues for a while in many cases and wanted the opportunity. How was the team chemistry, and how did you guys all bond together there with Mike Scioscia?
Yeah. Mike Scioscia as the boss was pretty awesome too, being a SoCal guy.
Yeah.
That was incredible for me, and to have Todd Frazier, Matt Kemp, John Jay, Logan Forsythe, who I'd met before with the Phillies, was so awesome. And then we had the young prospects, Jarren Duran, Tristan Cassis, Nick Allen, to name a few. I mean, what a group. We became close really quick, and it showed by our performance. I mean, we won all 5 games.
So obviously you couldn't go to the Olympics. You were thrilled to be where you are now. How much did you follow it as I know it's tough with the time difference, and obviously you have a busy schedule. How much did you try to follow it?
Now I watched every game.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah, I woke up. They were all at what 6 a.m. So
Yeah.
Set my alarm for 5:45, and I was up for every game. I was attached to it, just be it knowing that group of guys and knowing what it feels like to put that uniform on and represent your country. It's just it's hard to describe, and I didn't want to miss any part of it.
So you go back to Lehigh. You're there for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, whatever, and then they tell you you're going up. How did you find out that you were going up to Philly?
Well, I actually was only there for 2 days.
Oh, that was it. Okay.
Yeah, I flew in from Florida, and then the next day was an off day, so I stumbled upon some Brooklyn Nets tickets, and went to that playoff game with Mickey Moniak. And on the subway ride to New York, I got the phone call from Josh Bonifay and Gary Jones that I was getting called up, and that was a pretty awesome moment.
What was Mickey's reaction? That's got to be pretty cool to be there with a friend that you played.
Yeah, exactly. I got the phone call and didn't really think much of it. I think he knew right away that I was getting called up, because you can see his face. He was like, and I didn't think it was. And so they finally called. Bonifay told me I'm going to the big leagues, and then the phone call cut off because we were in the subway. So I had like 10 minutes to really soak it up and enjoy it with Mickey, and we're just losing it on the subway, which is hilarious looking back at it, because it makes you think what the other people were thinking on the subway. Like, what are these two 20, 23, 24-year-old guys freaking out for? We were just hugging each other. Like, I'm like on the verge of tears, and it was a moment I'll never forget.
Did you go to the game?
Yeah, I went to the game. Couldn't miss that. And then the next morning I drove to Philly.
That's awesome. So then you have the bunt single, and then the net, or a day or two later, the walk-off homer, the little walk-off homer. Take us through that at bat. What are you thinking when you're going up there? Your family's there, game's on the line. Take us through that.
Yeah, so I just went up and trying to not be too crazy. I was trying to I knew Smith had a good heater, good slider. So I was just trying to get a pitch I could handle. I was honestly trying to hit it to right field, because they had shifted a bit. So I was like, all right, just trying to hit the hole, and threw a slider. I didn't miss. And that was, still hard to believe.
Did you know it was gone?
I knew I hit it really well. About halfway down the line, I kind of knew it was gone. You could kind of see by my reaction. I was like, oh my God, I actually did it. So pretty special. Having my parents there too.
Yeah. Do you remember running around the bases? What's going through your mind? Can you process anything? Did you hear the crowd?
Yeah, I hit first base, and then I felt like chills going down my body. And then was just hit every base. Please don't miss a base. So, yeah. And
then to be able to share that with your family, with your parents there after the game, what was that like?
Yeah, that was special. And my parents there, they've been through it all, been through the whole ride, seen the ups, the downs. And, my dad, both my parents are, big role models to me, but, my dad pushed me through the limits, because he knew the talents I had and the opportunity I had. So to be able to do that in front of them was very special.
You had been the Phillies had been pretty aggressive in moving you guys around defensively. I know when you were here, you played mostly third, but now you pretty much play all over the diamond. How do you think that helped you as a player? And then how do you think that helped you, find a spot there?
yeah, I mean, that it just kind of brought about the versatility that I have, and excuse me, and that I could bring to a team. You know, I did that growing up. I played all over the field, and um, it got me to play. I mean, like in Reading, Reading was really the first year it was full blown utility player. That's the most games I played in any minor league season. So it got me out on the field. It got me playing almost every day, and I just wanted to take advantage of those opportunities, and it's worked out so far.
Was there a period for you in your career where you kind of think everything kind of clicked in? Maybe was a kind of a turning point for you? Was it in Reading? Was it in this 19 season?
Yeah, second half of Reading was really kind of like a point where it kind of hit me where I was like, you know what, like I could really do this, you know, because I had my fair shares of struggles throughout the minor leagues, performance wise, and I think going through those trial and errors and that period really helped me become the player who I am now. And I'm still learning every day. I think we're all learning every day, mentally and physically. Yeah. So yeah, I think that was kind of the point where I was like, you know what, I can really do this.
Toughest pitcher you faced so far this year?
Oof. I had one at bat last week against a pinch hit at bat against Gatterall, the Dodgers. That was that wasn't fun.
Yeah. Actually, now that you I forgot, I was going to ask before. So you hit the home run the next week. You